Welcome to the Feel Good Pouring Station. I hope you're doing well. Come on in the room and sit down. So you're seeing my previous video and look at the dry results. Baby, listen, this aesthetically is a perfect 10, almost a perfect 10. It'll be up on my website, but this video wasn't even supposed to be a tutorial. I was just supposed to paint. I do travel for work from time to time, and I had mixed up some paints and left them out by accident. All right, so you can see the paint mixing and the recipe in the previous video, but today I'm using those same colors, and I'm going to show you what it looks like if your paints are too thick for your bloom, and we're going to turn a little experiment into a pot of gold. Okay, so hear me out. This is my pillow paint. Yes, there was a little white chunk there, so I was getting it out. So here I have my paints. I'm going to lay them out on my canvas and do a bloom, and you're going to see how thick they have gotten in a 3-day period. Yes, 3 days. I know I was a little busy. And so what happened was I wanted to see what kind of bloom I could get, and I'm going to tell you, it's all right. It's all right, but we're going to run into some issues, and then we're going to play even more, okay? We're going to play even more. So right now, pouring the paints out, they are thick, okay? Super, super thick. Okay, so here is my TLP Grenache. Now, I made this into a paint using pouring medium and some iridescent medium, and you can see that thing is thick as paste almost, but we're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it. I'm laying my final color once again. These colors can be found in my previous video. Go check it out if you are interested in them. Okay, so I'm laying my cell activator, and y'all don't kill. I left my cell activator out as well. I literally was gonna come back and I got distracted. Something happened and I never came back. I didn't paint for a couple of days. And so you can see even my cell activator has thickened up. And baby, I was like the three little piggies, blowing and blowing and blowing to try to blow the house down. And you can see I was having to use some serious wind, okay? But here is my hair dryer that I'm using. This is a cheapo from Walmart. Cost me like 12 bucks. Um, Nothing spectacular about it. I have my diffuser on there, which I just took off, which I end up putting back on. And you can see that the hair dryer even has trouble blowing out these paints. So normally, it doesn't look like it, but it almost looks like it's blowing in slow-mo. And that's just because of how thick the paint is. And that also causes some problems because it's easy to dig into the pillow. With the paint so thick, you're having to really push those paints. And we're also pulling up some of the pillow, in which it's not entirely all bad. But you can see here, I'm still trying to work the rest of that cell activator, and I'm having to really blow that paint out, which causes the colors to mix more and more. Now, there is no perfect bloom. Now, I know I just said a few minutes ago this was almost a perfect bloom, but every bloom looks different, just like flowers in nature. But there is a specific way that I prefer my blooms to look, and I'm pulling out my secret weapon here, the straw. And you can see it is thick. It's thick. And so I'm still trying to blow out some of the cell activator with my straw. And I'm getting some pretty cells. But if you look at the edges of my painting, you can see a lot of white has been exposed. Even to the left, it's mixed in some with the paint and giving me some pretty cells and some, nice contrast. So I'm going to let this develop, and we're going to do a little bit of spinning. Okay, it's not looking half bad at all. Not looking half bad at all. All right, so I'm gonna do a quick flyover, and you can see the cells are gorgeous, but right here, okay, when you look at the cell activator, because the paint is so thick, what's gonna happen as this starts to dry, that cell activator is going to get wonky and those cells will dry wonky. Some of them will dry in place, and I just don't like that effect in my center. So, unfortunately, we're gonna have to do a little scraping. But if you want to learn more about blooms, come see me at the Florida Experience in Dallas. Oh, not Dallas. I was there last. Now we're in Seattle. I have a little blurb about it at the end of the video. But check out these gorgeous cells. But these cells won't hold up. So if you have gorgeous blooms like this, and when you wake up in the morning, they're all mushy and your table is level, this could be one of the reasons. There are a couple other reasons, but for the sake of this video, I'm just telling you that this might be your problem. Your paints are too thick, your pillow's too thick, and it's going to sink down and it's going to get all squiggly. So we scraped it. And friends, scraping is a part of the process. So here I'm adding some water. I know it does not look like a lot, but these are like 3-ounce cups. So like a couple squeezes, a couple spritz of water actually goes a long way in thinning out my paint. Okay, so just gonna let you watch here. And you're gonna see that my paints have thinned down. I had to add some more water to that Grenache, but I've thinned my paints down to more of a better consistency. Now, don't get me wrong; these paints are still on the thicker side. They really thickened up, and you can see how it's built up on my mixing stick. And so I just kind of want to show you guys, like, this is what I do when I'm at home experimenting. I try different things. And so now we're going to use those same colors and build up and blow out another bloom. Also, while we're looking at this, if you look at my previous video, you will see I have layered every bloom that I have done differently. And you have to experiment because this bloom, the colors in this order is fire, okay? I really, really love the effect of putting that light Naples yellow at the top. And you will see it gives this glowing effect. And so I remind people all the time, throw out the window all these rules about layering your paints and when you do blooms. Yes, follow those rules, but sometimes break the rules because you will stumble across something that you really like. And that's what I do. When I find a color combination that I like, I try and layer them so many different ways until I say, that's it. Then I hone in on it and I just go for it. I keep playing and playing, and I get these amazing results, well, according to my standards. Okay, so here's my cell activator. I also thinned it down a little bit, adding some more Australian Floetrol to the mix. So it's a lot more fluid now, and we're just gonna blow everything out. And I'm still huffing and puffing, but it got a little bit easier, just a little bit. So you can see my paint is a lot thinner, which allows me to blow out without my diffuser. See, it's not there. And I'm getting some gorgeous cells. You know I had to bring y'all in for that slow-mo camera. But the cells just popped up like magic so quickly. And they're just really round and really, really beautiful. So, thinning out that paint really made a difference. I know it's really, really hard to tell on screen, but you can tell here because I didn't use my diffuser. And I am in love with how these colors are mixing in this particular layer. That darker bluish black color is that iridescent blue black. And it is just really, really pretty when it dries. It will dry a little bit darker, and it's going to really bring out those golds and reds in there. And so now I'm going to play with my center. We're going to get some more cells to pop up here, okay? Got a lot of cell activator up there, but I'm very hopeful that everything will turn out well just based on how the cells currently look. I know that I can manipulate them with my straw, so that's exactly what I'm doing here. And we're doing a little spin to spread that paint out. So in that, we have now made some of our cells larger. Okay, we're going to spin the other way. A lot of spinning later, you can see that our cells and lacing are spreading out, and it's still gorgeous. My cells in the center are still round, even though they are large, but that gorgeous glowing effect is coming from that Naples yellow that you see. And we have a lot of paint on our canvas. My pillow paint is probably just a touch thicker than normal because it's been sitting. I haven't been doing balloons a lot lately. And so that paint has sat around for several months. But now look, this is magic. This is painting Nirvana, watching those cells just come out of nowhere. And so we're filling in the gap. Okay, we're eating up some of our cell activator, but I'm being super careful where I blow, and sporadically I blow my straw out to remove the condensation. You learn as you go. That's all I can tell you. The more you use that straw, the more okay, I got some condensation building up. And so here I am putting on some paint, trying to get the paint to the edges, and we're going to do some more spinning. And before you know it, those sides are going to be covered. And there we have perfect sides on all fours. Love to see it. And you can see we just have a plethora of cells and lacing, so many different colors. We got some ghost cells going on. Like I told you, that blue black will dry a little bit darker, which will give us more contrast, but the black in the center that's left is super, super gorgeous. This little piece is just spectacular, if I do say so myself. And that's kind of the look. So we're going to do a little bit more adjusting, and you can see just this extra little bit of spinning is going to give us the perfect look. And spreading out just a little bit more paint off of our canvas here. So friends, remember, do everything with love. Treat your friends, your family, and even your enemies with love. Enjoy your day, and come see me at the Fluid Art Experience in Seattle. The information is listed below. If you have any questions about my classes, please shoot me a DM or an email. Also, I'm going to put a video so people can get an idea of what they're going to be learning with me at the Fluid Art Experience. I don't think I'm going to do it on YouTube, so you'll need to go to Facebook and put in Garrett Brown Art Studio and follow me there. for more exclusive updates and some additional classes that I will be rolling out very, very soon at various places across the U.S. I do have an East Coast class coming, as well as another class on the West Coast.